Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to Bitcoin because the CoinsKid crew. So at the minute we have seen a massive move down in the markets, across the markets, for altcoins especially. Like I said to you, when the market does shit the bed, especially Bitcoin, altcoins get absolutely bashed up. But this is why altcoins are the greater opportunity in my opinion. If you can ride the waves up, you've got to be prepared to ride the waves back. So basically what I'm saying is that altcoins are more volatile. We do see bigger moves in them, and this is why they are the play basically in bull markets. Not necessarily Bitcoin. You get 2, 3, 4x or whatever, but altcoins, like some Chainlink, Solana, and things like that. You've been around the bush for a very long time right now. I do try and find these opportunities, and this is why I've been scouring the charts, scouring opportunities, found many opportunities. We've done incredibly well, on CKB. I think we've done really well on FET. We've done well on Pendle recently. Maze's doing really well, and it's just a list of coins that we've been doing incredibly well on. And these are the things I do post in the videos, the Twitter right there, and equally the Discord. Okay, but I did make a section on CoinsKid.com for you to find them. I'm still developing that particular section as well, so keep your ears peeled for more news on that section. But what I think we've got here for the DXY and Bitcoin inverse correlation is an opportunity today, and it's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's just simple technical analysis that right now there's a reason in the DXY why we need to take an opportunity on the Bitcoin chart to jump into a long or some spot positions. Entirely up to you. And again, if you want to trade Bitcoin, if you want to go long, if you want to go short or whatever, then you can do it. All the links are in the video description right now. So we have gone through a nasty correction in crypto markets. I don't necessarily think the correction is over yet on the altcoins. Possibly it may be for Bitcoin, but time will tell. But what I'm looking for right now is just simply an opportunity. We've got a point of resistance there, a point of resistance there, and right now we've made a third point of resistance on a beautiful neckline of a potential broadening ascending wedge basically, which is a bearish reversal pattern. If it does start to break down and loses this support, then the technical target is where you form the channel. Really, really simple. Okay, now we traded this way back when. We've got this support just there. Here's your resistance, there's your support, your second point of resistance, your higher level support, your third point of resistance. I remember at this point, everyone getting super bearish on risk and bullish on the dollar, and then boom, as it broke down at this point, I did relay to you the third point of resistance, always an opportunity to take a chance on risk, and then boom, ride it all the way down. And we got that resistance retest, losing the trend line of support, and then boom, we broke all the way down to where we formed the channel, got support, and then this has been coming up ever since. And ever since this has been coming up early March, this was confluence to my analysis. For those people that pay attention, I was telling you I did think that we would see some kind of correction, and the confluence was within the DXY itself that it met the technical target, so it was going to start to come back up the stairs. So basically with the DXY right now, we are creating a very similar setup, so 3 points of resistance as we did there, 3 points of resistance as we are right now. So I think on the RSI, I did relay this as well to the CoinsKid crew right now, we do have a bearish divergence on the hourly time frame as well, which is occurring just there. So we've got a pivot point just there. You've made a high, a secondary high, a fourth high, and we're making lower highs in the RSI. So the RSI is giving us a little clue right now that we may have a little opportunity on Bitcoin. So I'll show you the setup right now. But if you're looking to trade Bitcoin, long, short, spot, whatever, I would highly recommend BingX. The link's in the video description right there. Okay, so take advantage of them beautiful little sign up bonuses as well. So if this does start to break down, then yeah, we could have a major confluence here and a massive strong case that the Bitcoin bottom is in and it's about to go vertical again. But I do have some breakdown targets on some of the altcoins. Okay, so I can't quite call the bottom just yet, but what we do have is 3 points of resistance. Typically we break down the third point of resistance, so if this does start to come down, then Bitcoin will go in the other direction. So I'm looking to trade Bitcoin long right now basically from where it is. Okay, so I'll show you that in a moment. But if we drop the Bitcoin chart in, I can show you exactly what this is doing. Okay, so inverse correlation, look at this, beautiful. Okay, so at this point here, I think it was February, around about my birthday, 13th, 14th February, as this started to break down, I said to you, this is bearish pattern, rising channel, it'll break down. This is a major move up for Bitcoin, and it has been. We jumped into some lovely little sweet positions just there. So if we take a look at this situation here, when this bottomed at the technical target of the channel, this is where Bitcoin topped, and right now it's been coming back, and compressing ever since, hasn't it? So this is a bearish rising channel that we're forming on the DXY, and ever since that, Bitcoin's pretty much been going sideways. So each point of resistance, if you take a look from this point here, this is where Bitcoin came down, and at this level of resistance here, it started to come down. This is where Bitcoin went up, and at this point here, as this started to come back up, this is where Bitcoin come back down, and as this started to come back down, look what happened, Bitcoin came back up, and as this started to flourish the other day and come right back up the stairs, Bitcoin had that huge crash, that big correction in the crypto markets did. So at this point here, we're sitting right at a sweet spot. If it's to start to come down like this, in theory Bitcoin should start to come back up, okay? And if it's just obviously start to break down, Bitcoin would take off and explode, pretty much like it did there when this started to lose this pattern. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's just inverse correlation that exists between the two charts. So let me show you the setup right now on Bitcoin. If you are looking to trade it, where I think we've got a minimal risk trade with confidence of the DXY, that if we do start to break down off the bearish divergence, off this neckline on the third point resistance and starts to come back down, we have got some kind of big move up here for Bitcoin, okay? Let me show you the Bitcoin chart right now, the setup for the long, okay? So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, when we was coming all the way down here, I did give you this target, just posted it for the Discord right now. I was on holiday. I did tell people on holiday as this crash was coming, I expect this level of resistance to be back tested, because what we did do, and primarily this is what I'm looking at right now as another little opportunity, we broke down here on this beautiful little drop. Look at that. We never back tested resistance. So eventually, slowly but surely, we've come all the way back up to back test it as resistance. Look at that. Tapped it on the absolute dollar and cent right there. Got rejected again and coming back down. So one thing we're doing right now, we're still holding this structural high, okay, but we are getting compressed from left to right. So unless it's some kind of massive expanded flat correction or whatever, I'm looking for the confirmation of the bottom being in, and I think we need to see it, obviously in the Bitcoin price. It needs to take out that red line, and equally, if we do start to see that, we will see the breakdown in the DXY, which leads to the major move to the upside. So until that day comes, we've just got to kick back, relax, and try and trade Bitcoin as best we can. So this is why at the moment I have jumped into a leverage long position with my stop loss on that red line, okay? So my stop loss is 61642, and right now I'm looking for us to get back up into this white line, okay? Pretty much like this opportunity was coming down, relay to the CoinsKid crew, I think we'll come up into this white line. I'm looking at the same situation. We've come all the way back down here, and what we've done, we've got a double top drop scenario here for Bitcoin, and we've not back tested resistance. So this is an opportunity to come up after this flush down, okay? So basically it's really, really simple technical analysis. From this point right now, you could be looking at a very minimal loss of around about 4.68% for a gain from this point right now of around about 8.61%, where I'll most definitely look to lock in some profit on that resistance retest, okay? And we'll keep an eye on the DXY and what it's doing at that point. So the confluence at the moment is the fact that the DXY is running to this trend line for the third time. If it starts to drop, this should in theory start to come back up to at least this level of resistance. If it takes it out, fantastic, we've got new highs in this particular chart, and then the breakdown we'll see the breakdown of DXY right there. So I'll keep you updated as best I can. So I think there's a little long opportunity here for the CoinsKid crew. Stop loss, pivot low, ride it back up into that white line at 70283 and lock in that profit on a nice little long. You can go long, you can go short, you can do whatever you want, spot positions, whatever. I would highly recommend Bing X. The link is in the video description right now. Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.